If somebody pointed a gun at me and made me choose just one lens to work with for the rest of my life, it would be the Fuji XF16-55mm f2.8 RLMWR lens. In this video, I'll share with you 5 reasons why I think this lens should be your first lens and even the only lens for your Fuji camera. Let's start first with premium build quality. The Fuji XF16-55mm f2.8 lens is built solidly. It has a premium solid metal construction and is weather resistant. It has an aperture ring, which for me is great because it's not too loose or too tight. You wouldn't find yourself accidentally switching apertures in the middle of the shoot. The lens hood is a petal-shaped plastic hood. Some wishes that it's metal, though for me it does its job okay. The lens externally zooms, so balancing it on a gimbal may be a little bit tricky. It is a bit on the heavy side as it weighs around 655 grams, which in Fuji world is quite heavy already. I hope the size and weight gets improved though if they release the Mark II version of this lens, because the full frame equivalent of this lens, for example the Sony 24-70 f2.8 GM2 lens, weighs only the same, about 695 grams. Remember, one of the qualities that people choose Fuji over the full frame cameras is because of its size and weight of the camera and the lenses. So I hope this gets improved in the Mark II version. If you pair it with the lighter Fuji cameras like the X Pro 3 or the X-T30 Mark II, it might be front heavy. With the X-T5 though, it's okay, but I prefer adding a hand grip to make it better. With the XH2 and XH2S, it is well balanced. Second will be the superb image quality. This lens is one of the sharpest lenses that I have used with Fuji. From the 16mm all the way to 56mm, whether it's from f2.8 or f8 aperture, I haven't found any pictures that are soft in the center or in the edges. If I am going on a client shoot and don't know what I will be thrown into, this definitely is the lens that I will bring most of the time. I have brought this lens for interior photography, events, indoor and outdoor portrait sessions, and even studio shoots. When I review the files on the LCD and on my PC after the session, I appreciate the clarity and detail of the shots. Definitely it's worth of the red badge. Third will be the fast and accurate autofocus. So this lens has never failed me with autofocus for both photo and video. This lens uses a linear motor which is lightning fast and reliable. So combined with the face and eye detection, I feel very comfortable in shooting both photos and videos with this lens. Fourth will be the Justifiable Price. This lens is currently retailing for about $1,099 or $54,000 here in the Philippines. Compared to its counterparts such as the Sigma 18-50 f2.8, which is only for 129 or 28k Philippine pesos, or the Tamron 17-70mm f2.8, which is only $699 or 38,000 Philippine pesos. Now, the price of the Fuji is 2 to 3 times more than the Sigma and Tamron, and is it worth it? For me personally, yes, as I definitely want a weather-sealed, all-around lens that can do and I can depend on for both photo and video. However, if budget is a constraint, then let me share with you my opinion on the Sigma and Tamron lenses. The Sigma lens is actually my second choice if I didn't went for the Fuji lens, because it's light and small and it weighs only about 285 grams. So it is 3 times cheaper and lighter compared to Fuji. Definitely something you can consider for everyday or your travel lens. The cons for this lens would be it only has basic weather sealing and it does not have an aperture ring. It zooms in counterclockwise, and if you are used to the Fuji zooms, this will be quite weird to you. And lastly is the 2mm narrower on the wide end and 5mm shorter on the telephoto end. For the Tamron lens, it is slightly lighter than the Fuji. It is half the price, is also weather sealed, is 15mm longer on the telephoto range, and best of all, it has vibration compensation or image stabilization, which is a huge plus because even the Fuji lens doesn't have it. The only con that I can think about is that it doesn't have an aperture ring, and that's it. Finally, let's talk about my recommendation. I guess it's obvious that if you have the budget, then I would recommend this lens 100%. You can take it anywhere and depend on it for anything, photos and videos, any time of the day. However, if you are on a budget, go for the Tamron. If you are on a budget and want something light, then go the Sigma lens. So that's it. I'd like to know as well, what are your thoughts with this lens and what zoom lens do you have? Let me know in the comments section. Lastly, if you find this video useful and informative, hope you can consider subscribing to my channel and liking this video as well. Thank you everyone, and keep on filming!